Hi, it's Stephen here at Class Act, and I want to introduce you to a brand new product we have at the store that I really love. And if you do mixed media, or you create your own backgrounds for your cards or for your scrapbooking layouts, you're going to love this product. This product is called Irresistibles, and it's a spray, a color spray, but what makes it different from other color sprays is that it's textured. What that means is you'll get a bit of a surface on whatever you're spraying this on. This works great through stencils, and in a moment I'm going to show you another technique that is kind of neat as well. So as you can see here, the colors are very vibrant, and there are over 35 colors in the set. We've got a fair selection of them at the store right now. I pulled out the three colors that I used on this background right here. As you can see, this is just an ordinary piece of 12 by 12 cardstock. I laid down a stencil, and then I sprayed with each of these colors. You don't have to wait for them to dry. You can spray one color on top of another color, and it will not really change the color at all. One tip when you use these bottles, when you spray, is after you're finished spraying, put this plastic protective cap back on, because this stuff dries fairly quickly, and if it gets clogged up on your hole here, you're not going to get much spray out of it. It will splatter a little bit, but the further away you hold it from the paper, the less splatter effect you get, more of a mist. That's just the nature of the product, which doesn't bother me in the least bit. Also, just as another tip, if your clog or your sprayer does clog up, simply remove it from the bottle and soak it in water for a little while and pump some water through the sprayer, and that should loosen it up. But it's always a good idea to put this cap back on as soon as possible so that you don't have to go through all of that. Okay, here's my sample. 12 by 12 inch of ordinary cardstock, as I mentioned, and a stencil. I just laid the stencil down and I sprayed three different colors all around it, and then I took the stencil right off. Now if you're really picky about your stencils being dirty, immediately take your stencil, submerge it in water, and give it a good rub, and all of this ink will come off of it. Another thing you can do is take your stencil with the ink that's already on it before you clean it, take another blank piece of cardstock and lay it down on that and just rub it, and you're going to get a secondary image from that as well. Then clean up your stencil. If you have stencils that have really fine holes in them, you're going to want to submerge this in water very quickly. Otherwise, when the irresistible spray dries on your stencil, it may plug up some of the openings in it. So after this is dry, and I've got a sample underneath here that I can show you. I just did this one in one color, used the same stencil, and it's be really nice if you could feel this, because this is all textured. It also has a bit of a shimmer, as you can see, which is kind of nice as well. But this acts as a resist, and that's why it's called irresistible. Resist, get it? Okay? And what you can do is go over this with some of your distress inks or other inks, and the parts that don't have color on them will be highlighted. So I'm just going to use Fossilized Amber Tim Holtz Distress Ink, one of the new colors, and my ink applicator, and I'm just going to go all around my page. And you can see that where there isn't any irresistibles, the paper's picking up the color. But the part that does have the irresistibles is not changing color at all, because as I said, it acts as a resist. And you could do this with multiple colors if you wish, but it really creates a very vibrant background, which would be great, as I said, for scrapbooking pages, for cards. There, so I've got that on there, and you can see. Now I could go over this with another color of distress ink, a complementary color, and really bring this out even more. But I think you get the idea. Now here's something else that you can do. You know those little enamel dots that you can buy? Well, you can use your irresistible spray to create them. Now what I've done here is I had a spare fine liner tip, and that's one of these tips that looks like this, has a very fine point, and used it this way to create what I'm about to show you. However, you can order the Irresistibles in a bottle that already has this tip on it. And the reason you want this tip is because you want to be able to make your own little embellishments. Now you could also draw with this as well. And let me get a piece of paper out here and show you what I mean. So you just squirt this out and you see, you can actually draw with this. And when this dries, it's going to have the same resist and shimmer properties that the spray has. But the other thing you can do is get a piece of acetate, or even on your non-stick craft mat, just squirt out beads of this, and you can make them any size you want. And set them aside to dry. And then they'll simply peel off the acetate, and you can use them on whatever kind of background or card that you like. Just add a little glue to them and they'll stick. So you can custom design with 35 colors in the line. You can custom design these little dots in any coordinating color that you wish. So I am really impressed by this product. Again, it's called Irresistibles. It comes in about 35 different colors. We don't have all 35 different colors in the store, but we've got the basic ones, and if you want more, then let us know and we'll show you what's available and we can order them for you. And they're very reasonably priced. One bottle is $7.50, and really, this will last you forever because you don't need very much of it. So, I highly recommend it. I'm loving it, and I'm sure there's all kinds of other uses for this that I haven't told you about today that I haven't even discovered yet. So come on into the store and take a look.